All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Big day to you. Good to see you. Double waves going on this morning. It's good to be back. Good to be back in the office, and hope everybody got to see my Andrea. Andrea really wished that she could have been the one trying to catch the shark. I've had so many people message me and go, "Were you guys really catching sharks?" And I'm like, yes. So Andrea is envious of that. So, but no, I'm kidding. Had a good time, but I missed you guys, and glad to be here with you for the week. Our word for today is brought to us by Eva Marie. Eva Marie, and the word is conquer, conquer, conquer. Love this. And going right to the definition of conquer, it's to take control of through the use of force. That's one definition. To defeat through the use of force. But another definition is to gain control of through great effort. And immediately where I went, Eva Marie, with the word conquer is, I go back to myself. There's things that I want to achieve this year that I've got to conquer my internal self. And I immediately went there. There's things this knucklehead has got to be able to do to conquer, to be able to achieve some of the goals I want to achieve. And it really is me. Like I'm the one stopping myself from some of these goals over and over and over again. Can any of you relate to that? You've been there? Maybe in your health journey, maybe you got a profession you're trying to really excel at, but I've been there, man, and I've been my worst enemy many, many, many times. And I looked at a couple of quotes, and it's like, if you conquer yourself, then you're truly conquering the world for yourself. That was one of the quotes I came across. Another one that I loved was kind of on the same lines, but it's not the mountain we're conquering, it's ourselves. And, it's so true. It's the internal self that I'm trying to overcome in whatever area it is I'm trying to flourish at. And I just asked myself, what's the greatest obstacle for me between where I'm at today and happiness? What's the greatest obstacle between where I'm at today and how I view success? What's the greatest obstacle between where I'm at today and just inner peace? How many of you tend to get irritable? I do all the time. So it's like, what's the greatest obstacle between where I'm at and just this inner calmness, this inner peace? And I believe the answer to all three questions is, hey, Brent, it's you. It's you. It's the guy looking back in the mirror. And so I got to conquer myself. And so a couple of things that I looked at was specific actions that I could take to conquer myself. Number one is self-control. Say no. Just say no. And that, crazy enough, that was one of my things for this year, that I was going to say no to things and take time to pause, take time to think about it. Self-control to say no. And I looked into that, and it's like so many times we say yes because it's just an impulse. The impulse. It's just easier to say yes. But, summing up self-control is just the ability to say no. And maybe not no forever, but no for right now. Let me go through this process in my mind to see if what it is I'm saying no to is worth it to say yes. Hope that makes sense. Number two, self-discipline. The ability to say yes to self-discipline. I think about this. How many times when the alarm clock goes off early in the morning, for me, it was 4:45 this morning, like the self-discipline to say yes and not I'm going to give in to the slapping of the alarm clock, right? So a way to conquer myself is to say yes. Delayed instant gratification. Man, this is tough because we live in a world where we want it now, right? I don't want to wait. I want it now. I want the house now. I want the cars now. I want the body now. I want everything now. I don't want to wait and work for it. But if I can stay focused on the long term, like see the end result, see my health at the end result, see my body at the end result, see my finances at the end result, then I'm focusing more on what it's going to turn into and not what I got to have at this particular moment, right? Another one is overcome the voice of self-doubt and self-criticism. The man behind the curtain. How many of you saw that in The Wizard of Oz? Like every one of us have self-doubt talks. Would you agree with that? The person that's saying, no, you're not good enough. You're not rich enough. You're not pretty enough. Like all these talks, it's the chatterbox. So how do we conquer ourselves with the chatterbox? I just believe we got to surround ourselves with people like us. We're on here looking at a word of a day because we just want to get better. And when you surround yourself with people like that, it's easier to be able to conquer that self talk in our head that's trying to sway us. And then the last is stay on path. The last for me is stay on path. Do you know what you want? Do you know where you're going? Focus on those goals to get you there. And remember, nothing's in neutral. Brent Palmer's every action I take is either drawing me closer to my goal or moving me further away from my goal. That bowl of ice cream right now, although it seems very good, like tempting, is it going to draw me closer to where I want to go in my health journey, or is it going to move me back? Right. And so I go through those decision-making skills to help conquer. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you.
Oh, great lesson. That was really fun to listen to. And all I can think about, so Ashley, I'm calling you out, but all I can think about today is Ashley's day 1 of the 75 hard, and she's going to go conquer herself for the next 75 days, because that I really feel like is what that challenge is. You just got to overcome all the stuff in your own head. So I'm excited for her. So great work, Ashley. And the quote that I found was, no one can conquer you once you have conquered yourself. And again, this is a name that I cannot say, but I will copy it and I will put it in the chat and y'all can try to figure out how to say that. But beautiful, beautiful quote. And I love that. So again, I'm going to continue the theme of how can we conquer ourselves. So first of all, tame the ego. And I'm sure you guys know I am an incredible perfectionist. There's nothing I hate more than screwing up. I don't think anybody loves it, but if you have that feeling inside you that if you don't get it right, then you are wrong as a person, that can really, really be hard, but that's just ego. That's just a limitation inside. So it takes strength to admit vulnerability. It takes strength to admit, oh, I did that wrong, or I need some help, or can you teach me? So let go of the ego and figure out where you need help, and then be specific and ask others to help you there so that you can conquer whatever's slowing you down. Next, embrace radical honesty. And this is kind of the other side of that coin. I don't think anybody on here is like, it'd be so much fun today. I'm going to call every person I know and ask them to tell me what's wrong with me. Like, let me pick up the phone, John. Hey, what would you say is my biggest flaw? Okay, cool. Thank you. And then I'm going to call Arlene and say, okay, Arlene, how would you, what would you say is my biggest flaw? And then Will, what's my biggest flaw? And like, that would not be a fun day if we were to do that. But if we can find some people that we really trust and ask them to be open and honest with us on the places that we need to improve, that can absolutely help us conquer those things. So find a mentor that is willing to be a little rough sometimes, because that is how we grow. Number 8 is feed your mind and soul. Find something to tap into. So I think this is a great place to tap into, to get a word of the day, kind of have a little bit of positivity to start the day. Read. I love Audible. I listen to books every second I can when I'm washing dishes or, doing laundry or going for a walk or in the gym. I'm always listening to something, and some of it's junk food, as what I call like the romance novels that I like also, but most of it is self-development, figuring out how to improve what's going on in here and become a better person. Next is to take action now. And the best way that I know about this is the 5-second rule with Mel Robbins. And Coach, I don't know if you remember, but you actually told me about that years ago. There was like a TED Talk, and it was maybe 10 minutes long. I don't even know, but talking about how we stop ourselves so often just by not taking action right when we decide. So if you want to do something, I need to go for a walk after this. So, but it's a little chilly out. It's kind of muggy. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. So when it's time for me to go, I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and go. Get out of bed in the morning. Maybe I want to hit snooze. Nope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Get out of the shower. Anybody else struggle to get out of the shower once you're in there because it's so steamy and lovely? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of the shower. So just take action and do it quick. And then lastly, to conquer yourself, do the right thing. So responsibility is so important for our success and our inner peace. So, it involves doing what you know is right, even if it's not comfortable, even if it's not fun, just do the right thing. So thank you so much for this word, Eva Marie. I absolutely loved it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well.
No, awesome. I love this. I love the people's words. And guys, we appreciate you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Let's go out and make the world a better place because we showed up in it. See you
Love
guys.
it. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Brent. Great job.
You guys have a great day.